Yo, what's good? We are live, bro. We back, man.
Yes, sir. What's
Yeah,
happening?
what's happening? I'm here with my dog, Raider Trey 540. It's your boy, Mike, aka Mikeavelli or Mikeavelli 24, whatever, however you know me by. And you already know it's BTB, the Black Team Broadcast. And normally we'd have a third co-host, our guy Raiders AQ. He submitted some PTO for this week's episode. He over there at Dodger Stadium for that playoff or that World Series game. Excuse me, that World Series game. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I looking
I don't want to know
good.
the score. Don't tell me the score right now, bro. I'm nervous. Don't play with me right now. We'll see, bro. Worst case scenario, Dodgers in 7. Worst case scenario. Fuck it. But yeah, man, it feels good to be back. I mean, obviously we did a little episode during the bye, a nice little safe space, but we got some real football this week. We back, and good thing is we got some football this week. It's Raiders football. Unfortunately, bad news too. It's Raiders football this week. But yeah, without further ado, though, we got a great show on the way. We shout out to the people that's in the building. You already know we got our guy Rundown in the building. He just had a fire episode of the Raider Rundown, 6 p.m. Wednesdays. Make sure y'all tune in. Subscribe to my dog.
Yes, sir. Ran down.
Yeah, Mama Major's in the building.
Hello, mother.
my bro, behaving today. He said, "Yeah, I'm doing that this week." But yeah, without further ado, man, we got a special guest in the building, and I could be wrong, but low key, this might be my guy's first time on BTB, bro. Which to me is shocking because I done been on his show plenty times. I believe Trey, have you gotten an opportunity to be on the show?
Nah, not yet.
We're gonna make it happen one time. I don't know how, but we're gonna make it happen
for sure.
Yeah, I done been on the show. Rundown, it's family, bro. We got the family in the building, bro. My guy from the town, dog. One half of the 50-50 show and Around the Show. Without further ado, Pharaoh NFL, bro. How you doing, brother?
Good, man. It's about damn time, man. What took you so long to get me on the show, man? But no, I appreciate the invite. Y'all doing good things on the show, man. And we got a lot to talk about today. So,
yeah, man. And my fault about that, bro. I could have sworn, bro. Like that's why I'm like,
I'm messing with you.
Yeah, it's definitely been long overdue, though, bro. I'm happy to finally have you on the show, man.
Yes, sir.
For sure, it's gonna be a fire episode, though.
But
man, how y'all feeling though? Coming off the bye week, bro. Like, how y'all feeling?
I mean, I'm kind of curious to see how it's going to look like after the bye, like how they're going to approach the rest of the season, because like now they have some time to like, I'm sure they've Pete probably talked to Spy Tech and everybody on the coaching staff. Like, what is it going to look like? Are they going to make any adjustments? Are we going to see young guys? It's more for me, it's just a little bit of like curious to see how it's going to look, because if they don't do what I think is the obvious, then it almost is like, all right, what are we doing here? Like,
Yeah.
Like it seems like people are I'm gonna start questioning if people in the building are on the same page.
That's real. That's
You
real
know.
100%. Ray, how you feel?
Man, I felt like I was able to watch football last weekend.
Yeah.
Without us taking an L, so I don't feel like watching football the rest of the week. But nah, for real, man, like you said, man, I hope that we come out the bye week and we did the right things in the building. Like y'all had a whole week to sit back and look at what we've been doing wrong and what we need to fix, the people that we need to be moved. You know what I'm saying? So we need to make these changes, and like you said, I'm looking for them too. I'm looking for us to have a better look on offense. I'm looking for things to be calmed back down. I'm looking for changes on defense and possibly changes on offense. So yeah, that's the bye week. The bye week was good though. Bye week was good, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, we got to watch, like Trey said, man, better football.
Yeah.
Usually I'm in the house, whether it be on the TV or having to watch from my phone or my tablet, because they don't be showing us love in LA.
Yeah,
the Raider games and shit. So
I'll be seeing that, man. I'll be like, damn, like
it'd be a struggle. So this week, finally, we didn't play, so I didn't have to worry about that. I got to kick my feet on the couch, crack open a couple tall cans, and I got to watch some Red Zone, bro. It was cool. It was nice.
There you go.
I definitely got to see some good football. I also got to observe and see that there's some teams out there that are worse than us. The Raider fans' eyes, whether they have the goggles on or they got them in the trash or off on their head at the moment, hey, bro, there are some teams worse than us, and it shows it in the standings and obviously in the game plan.
Okay, who are your worst teams? Worse than the Raiders? Off top of the head. New Orleans. Yeah, they're like they currently, if the season ended today, they would be at the number 1 pick.
Yeah, they're horrible. I hate to say it, Tennessee.
Oh yeah, Tennessee for sure.
And I don't even want
the Raiders look like a playoff team.
Yeah, I don't even want to say it's the quarterback or nothing like that. It's not bad quarterback play. It's just everything around him. Obviously, he got drafted into a shitty situation, which usually when you get drafted first overall, that's what it is. It's a real fucked up situation.
They cleaned the house too.
Oh yeah, they already got rid of the coach. Who else? Even though, honestly, they compete though. Like I don't think they're as bad as their record says. I'd say the Jets, low key. Because usually most of these losses they have, they're in the game. They're battling. Like compared to our losses, bro, we be getting our ass whooped on some of these games, and these dudes are actually competing. Like if they lose this by like a field goal or some shit like that.
See, that's what I wanted for the Raiders, because my expectations wasn't high, just because I felt like we just didn't have the talent to compete with all the best teams. I felt like we were another offseason away, maybe 2 or whatever, but we can't even like make it competitive. Like even the Jets, like at least you said like they've been playing some teams a little close and tough or whatever. We're not even doing that. It's been 3 games, 3 blowouts already under Pete Carroll. So it's a bad look. Especially that last game, man. You had what was it, the D tackle for the Kansas City on the sideline looking like he was drinking some
vodka,
tequila, something. Man. It was bad. It was probably water, but it was just a bad look. They probably did it on purpose.
I don't know, fam. They put tape over a water bottle though. I don't know. That's a little. If it's water, why you gotta put tape on it? I'm just saying.
That's true. It's true.
Yeah, man. They were out there running fake plays on us. Oh man, this never works.
There's still stuff that's news to me. So I missed that game, fortunately and unfortunately, bro. I got fucking super lit at a Halloween party the night before, so I passed out like literally like right maybe after that first series, bro. I passed out. Yeah.
You didn't miss
up like a little after. Yeah.
It just made me hate the Chiefs even more, bro, because they really were like playing with us.
Yeah. Literally, it was just like it wasn't close. It was like they were literally. I think Mahomes is taking the knee before the 2-minute warning. Not even Mahomes. It wasn't
Gardner
even
Minshew.
Gardner Minshew.
They say, you know what? Handle my light work, dog. Go ahead. Get up in there.
He came in the third quarter. He coming in the third quarter.
Third quarter. And with like 2 or 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, they just took a kneel and punted us the ball back.
Yeah.
And like fans were really pissed that we didn't try to go and score. And that's like, to me, that's kind of like lame. If we would have tried to win and go score, and it's like, because they're trying to give you points, it's like, man, fuck that, man. I'm not gonna take these points now. You trying to like act like I'm a charity case, and you got to give me points. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, hell nah. But yeah, it was ugly, man. It was ugly. That's why they had to. I think that was what we needed though, because like that really opened up the coaching staff and everybody's eyes. Like, yo, we fucking suck. So it's time to change some stuff around and see what works. You know, see if we can try to change something and salvage something. You know, because people playing for jobs and shit right now. You know what I'm saying?
No, facts. You know, we had Q the other day, or it was a couple weeks ago, and we talked to him, and one of the questions I had when I was watching that game, you probably had that same question, even the week prior when we heard the Jamal Adams comment, was like, is Pete losing the locker room? And then, you know, we talked to Q, and Q was like, nah, everything's good. Like, he hasn't lost the locker room, but it's still like at some point, like, you know, when do the players start questioning things? You know what I mean?
Didn't Jamal Adams say something like that? I could be wrong, but didn't he say something? Let me pull up that thing. I believe he said something about they're starting to have doubt and stuff in the locker room.
Nah, he said that doubt can start creeping in if certain things, you know, don't start changing as far as like outcomes in games and stuff like that. But that was still before we had that Kansas City game. You ain't pulled bro back up.
Oh, you talking about Gino?
No, Farrell.
Oh shoot, my fault. I forgot. I forgot to guess it. Yeah, my fault, brother.
That's all good.
But nah, yeah, for real, man. Like, so I don't think I think they alone for the ride. A lot of them guys ain't gonna be there. A lot of them guys is on 1-year contracts and they're not gonna be there. So they still want to put out good film. They still want to put out good film for the next ride that they go on. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, there are some guys that are doing that for sure, and then there's some, I don't know. I feel like it's crazy to say, but I feel like this stage of the Raiders, bro, they treat it damn near like if it's like a warehouse job or something, bro, where they know it should be no structure, it'd be disorganized as fuck. It probably be the boss's fucking kid, fucking as a supervisor and shit, trying to do some bullshit. You don't even know what the fuck he doing. And people were just like, man, well, fuck it. I'm just here for a paycheck, dog. I'm just here to clock in, do what I got to do till it's time to clock out. And at the end of the week, my paycheck going to be there. I feel like that's the approach some of these people having right now.
I agree.
Yeah, man. Like I said, Q was saying that, you know, he was in the locker room, and that's not the case. Like he hasn't lost it, so I'm gonna take his word for it. But at the same time, it's like I said, like at some point, you know, if you start doing things that like the players start questioning, like, you know, and even Tom Brady said, I think before the season, he had like an interview with it was like a PFF interview. But anyways, in that interview, he talked about like at some point in the season, like 5 games in, like the majority of fans is already giving up on the season, and he was just like putting out the timeline, and literally everything is happening exactly what he said. Given by Thanksgiving, he was saying that like that's when teams either get better or they get worse. They start. Do they trust the process? So we're kind of getting near that timeline that he's saying. So we'll see what it looks like. It's going to be interesting to see if let's say the Raiders get worse as the season goes on. Does Tom Brady still stick it through with a guy like Pete Carroll? You know what I mean? That's another question. Is like, do they still stick it out with a 75-year-old coach?
I think so. Because of the stability situation, and that's the one thing that Tom is going to preach. Because he's going to talk about the patience and stability. Because if we go out here and find another coach, then we bring in another regime, and that's like the 4th one in like 5 years. The one thing I always say on here when we talk about this, bro, is when John Gruden was there, you seen the evolution. You seen us going up. You know what I'm saying? You seen us getting more wins each year. But since then, every coach has been just a 1 year situation. Even that next year with McDaniels, you know what I'm saying? Even though he was gone halfway through the year, we still went on to win 9 games that year. Then bam, he's gone. Then we get Antonio Pierce. We win 4 games, and bam, he's gone. You know, so we got to get some type of stability going on to where like a coach sticks around because we ain't had that a lot at all.
Well, the problem is that like you talk about stability, there has to be a plan, and the plan has to be long term. And if you brought up John Gruden, and I think John Gruden was probably the last time where you could probably say the Raiders kind of like blew it up and rebuilt it.
Yeah.
And when he did that, you kind of seen, even though it wasn't perfect. I mean, we can criticize John Gruden all day, every day, like from the missed draft picks and all that type of stuff. But that was the last time where the team actually was like, all right, we got to blow this thing up. They traded Khalil Mack, whether you agreed with it or not. They got some draft capital. They traded Amari Cooper, got some draft capital. And then slowly but surely, they built that offense in the image of what John Gruden wanted. And it was kind of nice with Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow. And then slowly but surely, they got Henry Ruggs. It was kind of like, oh, okay.
Looking nice, bro.
And then, and then Derek Carr, if you put him in the offense for like 4 years, 3 years, he's going to do something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it showed in that his last year, not as a Raider, but with John Gruden. I think that first 4 weeks where he led the league in yards and all that type of stuff, like that was just a product of him just being in the same system.
He was comfortable.
Comfortable, and he had all the pieces around him, whatever. But I feel like the Raiders, ever since then, they've been trying to reload, not rebuild. That's the problem. They've been trying to reload and not rebuild, and it shows, like you said, like no consistency. Like if it doesn't work 1 year, they're getting rid of a coach every year. You know what I mean? And that's why I never agreed with the Pete Carroll hires, because when you hire a 75-year-old coach, I'm exaggerating. 75 sounds a lot worse than 74. He's 74, but
you could estimate he about to be 75.
He about to be 75. You know what I mean? But the thing is, it wasn't anything against Pete Carroll. Like we all know, Pete Carroll did some good things in the NFL. It's just like, how long is Pete Carroll going to be the coach?
Yeah.
Like we already went through coaches year after year. Like the past, like before Pete Carroll, it was John, it was John Bisaccia, and then we got Josh McDaniels, then Antonio Pierce, and then now we got Pete Carroll. And honestly, then now we know what it was when you hire an old coach. We know what it was. Like it's just like it's gonna be
a CEO type coach. It's gonna be the guy that's calling all the shots.
It's just you're gonna have to get rid of. You're gonna have to replace him. Who's?
I feel like he should have been. I feel like the plan should have been is him molding somebody and grooming someone that's already on the staff to replace him.
If we're being real, bro, looking at the candidates that are on the staff, bro, the only two that I see possibly as candidates to take a head coaching job that I feel comfortable with is PG or Robbie Leonard. If we're being real.
Me too.
Those are probably the only guys I'd be okay with. Like everybody else, I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like
those two only.
It will likely end up. He'll try and probably if he's still the coach here after this season, he'll probably, if he does mold somebody I'd hate it if it's one of his kids. I ain't gonna lie.
No, they better get the Undertaker the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, bro. I don't know about the Undertaker, bro.
Yeah.
Hey. So y'all don't like Chip Kelly?
No.
You don't think
no. That coach got.
No, I don't like him as a coordinator right now.
I agree. I agree, but the reason why I brought it up was because
like those, but I don't see him as a people person. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I don't want Chip Kelly as head coach. But the reason why I brought it up was because like over the weekend there was an article by Michael Silver, and he said like it was about Robert Saleh, and in that interview he said like Robert Saleh was being offered a defensive coordinator position, but also promised to be the head coach after Pete, and he was going to be the highest paid assistant in the NFL. It didn't happen, right? He went to San Francisco.
Yeah,
but guess who's the highest paid assistant in the NFL?
Chip fucking Kelly.
But it ain't going according to plan though. It ain't going according to plan.
At that point, they're kind of desperate, bro. Like I feel like a lot of it this year has been some desperate moves. Like when it came to the staff. Now, Spytech, I seen that as that was actually planned out. They wanted to bring in Spytech, of course, but we all know what it is. Tom had his eyes set on bringing in Ben Johnson as our next head coach, and it seemed like it was going to happen, but obviously they had us bamboozled, bro. They lied to us. They lied to us. Him and his agent lied to our face, basically, and then ended up going ultimately to Chicago. Right. I feel like that it sucks to say, but that was probably his only plan that he had in the work. He didn't think of a backup plan in case that didn't go through. Same thing probably with the Stafford situation, bro. Like I feel like a lot of these,
though, bro. That's common sense. Come on, man. I know Tom Brady's coming from New England, so he's still figuring out how it's going to work with him being in the building and running stuff. But he thinks that he's Tom Brady. He could get whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Nah. Like, you in the Raiders building, you're going to have to earn everything. You're going to have to earn everything. Everything. Mm-hmm. This is a team that's been losing for a long time. Ben Johnson ain't stupid. He knows as soon as he get in that building, everybody going to be looking at him like, oh, why you ain't winning? Why the offense look? He's going to go to the team that gives him the best chance to win long term, and that's a team. That was the Bears with Caleb Johnson or Caleb Williams with a quarterback in place.
It makes sense. Like I'm pretty sure next year too, more than likely, whoever the top candidate is, whether it be a coordinator in the league or a college prospect, or a college coach that's coming to the league, they're probably looking at Tennessee because obviously that's a huge vacancy right there with a number 1 overall pick in Cam Ward. Now, depending on where we end up in the draft, like if we're drafting low, then okay, there's potential there. There's a shot that a coach might want to come over here and fuck with us so he could get himself a quarterback. And also, I feel like if we do draft that low, like I don't know, do we feel comfortable with Pete drafting a quarterback, or because how long is he going to be with that quarterback for? You get me? Like
that's what I'm saying.
It's Spytech though. Spytech is going to be the one that get the people in there for that quarterback because he's going to be there. He's going to be there and get who's the I forgot the fucking QB coach that we keep bringing back. That we keep bringing back for fucking no reason. Who is it? What's my man's name again?
Oh, Greg Olsen.
Yes. Get him the fuck out of here, man.
Honestly, though, I like Greg Olsen.
Right. As a QB coach, I like Greg Olsen. He's not a bad QB coach.
What is he doing with Geno right now, man?
Honestly, bro,
well, Geno just can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's what Geno is.
Bro.
But you did way better than this in Seattle.
I don't know, bro. I just noticed a pattern. Like there's a certain quarterbacks work with certain QB coaches and trainers outside of football that it works out. And I'm noticing a pattern. There's some that work with a certain one and it don't work out. And he working now with that one that it's not working out. Sucks to say. Now I'm not gonna say that's the reason why, but bro playing scared out there too. He playing shook. He playing real shook, bro.
But then you got the guy in the building there that you trust to develop that quarterback.
Because Spytech got a good track record of people that he done worked with in the league. Like he worked with Drew Brees at Purdue. He worked with Jeff Garcia for a little bit. He worked with Goff while he was at the Rams.
Derek Carr
while when in the early years when he was looking solid as a QB, he was working with him during then. Who else? Who was it that he worked with recently in Seattle? It wasn't besides Geno. Who else was it? Was it Drew Lock?
Drew Lock
looking okay for a moment.
Was he Seattle?
It was Drew Lock and Geno battling out for that number 1 spot like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And Geno ended up getting it. And they both actually looked good in preseason. So yeah, you're right. They did. So what the fuck happened now?
Like, honestly, it's him, bro. Like he not playing up to par, bro. Like maybe I get it. Seattle has a history of winning and stuff, but and even though we suck, bro, like let's be real. Like the media is always looking at the Raiders, no matter what, win or lose. Like they always talking about us and shit. And Vegas is a premier city, bro. So who knows? It sucks to say, but maybe these lights, the media over here, maybe this shit just too big for him, bro. Like the moment too big for him. He can't handle this shit.
He didn't do too well in New York. You know what I mean? And then he go to Seattle where it's more low key, and then he comes to Vegas.
Lights get bright again.
Yeah.
And a few of us were questioning it, bro. Like I for sure, like I got blocked for it by bro on Twitter earlier in the year, but I straight up said I don't think we got a franchise quarterback in the league on this team, bro. Like I still have
No,
yet to
no,
see a
yeah.
franchise quarterback here.
If
And
anybody,
But at the very least, I was like looking at Geno as like a bridge guy until we get our guy. You know what I mean? Within the next 2 drafts or whatever.
I
But
looked at him like we had Carr back. That's how I looked at it. Like we had Carr back, you know, and you plugged him in.
He not even close to Carr, man. I ain't go front. This is
Nah, he far from it. He's definitely far from
terrible. He not even close.
Ugly.
It's not even close. Exactly. Absolutely has.
Yeah, bro. This is.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, because I know you talking about Geno. Yeah, definitely. That's exactly how he's playing, man. But now I was gonna say is how I know Geno's having a terrible year, but what do you guys think of Chip Kelly so far this season?
well, go ahead, Trey. You go first.
Some shit, man. I don't know. Like we're not seeing nothing that we seen, like even from college. Like he supposed to have this dynamic running game. You know, we're not seeing any of that. Now, the pass I'm gonna give him is maybe he designed this first 7 weeks or whatever around Brock, around the line being able to build off of Brock lightening the box and not having so much pressure up there. So I'm gonna give him that pass, but besides that, bro, it's been shit. Like, what is some of this shit he's been calling, like in the Kansas City game, to only give Ashton Genty the ball one time, one time in that whole first drive. Like, you don't got your 2 best players on offense, and you want to get out here and throw the ball around the yard with Dante Thornton, Jack Besh, and Trey Tucker.
And I think it was that first 2 drives. Genty only had 1 carry.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what, he had 6 the whole game?
Yeah. But to be fair, they were down like 14-0 in a blink of an eye. And then like in that first drive too, there was that was a penalty. We ended up getting the first down with Dante Thornton, and it got called back because it was holding, and then the rest is history.
It all goes down here from there. But still,
now said they had 9 in the box. I didn't see the game, but he's saying they already had like 9 in the box to start the game off.
Because they
already knew what it was.
Yeah, but I mean, bro, still, you got to do something, play act something, because he didn't try nothing.
So I hear what you're saying, and to an extent, I feel like Chip, he absolutely gets blamed for that game, the play calling. I didn't see that game, so I can't really speak on that too much. But overall, I wouldn't really put too much of the blame on him, because a lot of people are like, "Oh, the play calling is shitty, this and that." But let's be real: if you don't have a quarterback that can execute the basic plays at a high or frequently or inconsistently, what makes you think, as a coach, like how would you be confident to open up the playbook and have more complex or some trick plays run? Where if he fucking up the regular plays, how you think he gonna do with those plays? Like I can't fault him for not having. You get me? He don't. It sucks to say, even though that was the head coach's handpicked guy, like he don't have much to work with.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. Like to be fair, like obviously Geno's playing terrible. He's played terrible this whole year, and then when you play that bad at quarterback, it gives everybody less room for error on the football team. Yeah. Like no one has room to make mistakes because Geno is like throwing 3 interceptions. That's the defense. That's Ashton Genty running the football. That's Chip Kelly calling plays. Like Chip Kelly got to call a perfect play every time because Geno's playing so bad. Like, you know,
Carlson and AJ Cole with scoring, being able to put points on the board when he can, and field placement for our defense and shit. Like it.
Yeah, talent matters. Talent does matter. You know what I mean? And when your talent ain't playing well, it does make it hard for everybody, including the coaching staff. But I will say this though, like my criticism, and I think Trey was talking about it. He was getting to that, and he brought it up, was like how they've been using Genty. It's just been questionable all season. It's just been inconsistent. Like, you know, you think that the number 6 overall pick would be way more of a centerpiece of that offense, but it's just been, I understand he's a rookie. I get it. But he's the best player on offense, with especially with Bowers out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like they haven't done a good job of getting him involved. I know he's up there with carries, but like how long did it take him to figure out like, oh, maybe we should pass him the football?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how long did it take to do that? It took like 3 games or 4 games. I think it might have been that Bears game. Was the first time we seen him like actually like design like, hey, let's get the ball to Genty in the red zone. Guess what? Touchdown.
Yeah, 2,
3 touchdowns. And then you put him like, and then you talk about like Genty, he's special in space. It feels like when you put him in space, he has that ability to break tackles, make guys miss, or whatever the case may be. I'm not seeing, like you said, like I'm not seeing Chip Kelly like put him in situations where he can be in space like that. You know, there's more than one way to do that. Obviously, Genty obviously can run the football, get into the second level, and then okay, there you go. But like, I would think a guy like, bro, I was talking to Severe the other day, and we were talking about like, you know, past offensive coordinators. And if you're a Raider fan, you know this name, Hugh Jackson.
Oh yeah, of course.
And Hugh, for all you know, he's done in his coaching career, obviously with whatever happened in Cleveland, all that. But when he was the Raiders coach, when he was the Raiders offensive coordinator, not gonna lie, he wasn't too bad.
He was cooking, bro.
He wasn't too bad. And if you think about like what he was doing, he wasn't doing it with like elite talent.
Yeah,
that's real.
You know what I mean? He was doing it with guys that he's fast. He can run deep routes. Oh, he's a trick, like, you know, Jacoby Ford. He's speedy guy. Like, use him in trick plays. Then you got obviously Darren McFadden was doing his thing too. Not gonna lie, but it's like I feel like good offensive coordinators get playmakers the football.
Yeah,
they're good at doing that. And I don't know if I'm necessarily seeing Chip Kelly doing that, but you know, like I said, Geno's part of the problem too. But I don't think Chip's been perfect either.
With that, real quick, is an extended handoff is a quick screen or something like that. You can get Genty the ball in them ways, and I think if we were doing that earlier, then teams wouldn't be so quick to just, you know, play back, force us to throw the ball underneath. Mm-hmm. You know, when we already made that a threat. Now they got to play us differently, but then you try to pull it out once teams are already cover 2 on us, and everybody's looking for us to throw the ball underneath, and then they just blowing up the receiver and then blowing up the play, and Genty can't even get to where he need to get to. But you telling me Chip Kelly can't motion Genty from one side of the field to the other side of the field, full speed, hike the ball, throw it to him, and get him the ball that way? Like, it's simple shit, man, that I feel like he could be doing, bro, to get this man the ball and just letting him eat and run a fucking corner over.
Yeah. And then when you ask him about it, he's like, "Oh, we would love to give Genty the ball, but it just doesn't work." He just gives like an arrogant answer. I'm smarter than you. Shut up. Why are you asking me this question? But at the end of the day, like, shit, it's a result-based business at the end of the day. Like, and if you're not getting it done in some way, like, he might end up coming back. Like, at the end of the day, I could see Pete coming back, but it kind of feels like the scapegoat this year. If we had to pick one. There's always, when he loses, there's always that scapegoat guy. You know, in the years past, McDaniels, it was Derek Carr that one year. You know what I mean? He was a scapegoat. Gunther, back in the day, defensive coordinator, he was a scapegoat.
Yeah, bro. It sucks to say it, bro, but
this year, I think it's Chip Kelly. It feels like it's Chip Kelly.
I do too. I think so.
If we're looking at the offensive staff, bro, like the O-line coach and the run game coordinator, that's his son, Brennan, the Undertaker. You already know. If you gotta go one-on-one with the Undertaker when it comes to that coaching, who getting out of here, bro? Oh, it's Chip Kelly, bro. He getting buried alive. He out of there.
Yeah.
But then if you think about it, who's the passing game coordinator? Is his son too?
Yeah.
I thought he was a run game.
No. Brennan's the run game coordinator. Nathan's the passing game coordinator.
Oh, so it's 2 sons on the staff.
Yeah.
Yo, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, man.
Bro. I would rather, you know, let Chip go, bro, and go get one of these dudes that's about to get fired.
I'm gonna have to play the clip, bro. Just that reaction you got, bro. It said this.
Brother, What's that? What's that, brother?
That shit's
Nah, facts. Yeah, nah. It's
he
bad.
said it's 2 of them? Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way, dog. Yeah, bro.
Like this
New
shit, that
coach,
shit is
bro.
stupid. But
That's what
like I
I'm
was
saying,
about to say, I'd rather us go get one of these new dudes that's probably about to get fired. One of these McDaniels or they claiming, you know, only whoever wins the AFC North is the only one's gonna keep their job. So
Yeah.
you
I
know,
feel like if we do make a coaching change, bro, I don't like he said he won't fire him, but in a way, I feel like who knows? Maybe they might send Papa Pete to the retirement home. Maybe they might tell him, "Hey, bro, like we're not gonna fire you, but we advise you to retire." Like
So the thing
it's time.
is, going back to what I said earlier, right? Like Tom Brady was like, "Hey, teams either get better or they get worse."
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, we're approaching that timeline, which is like around Thanksgiving or around this time, right? Mid-season, whatever. So if we see some improvement from the team, they're not gonna make the playoffs. I'm not saying they're making playoffs, but if you see some improvement with the team, is that enough for you to be like, you know what? Maybe we need to make some changes on the coaching staff. You know what I mean? Make a change here. Obviously, we need more talent, but is it good enough for you to be like, we should keep Pete because he hasn't lost the locker room? We've seen some improvement from some of these young guys or some of these players on this team. Is that enough for you to be like, all right, we need to bring back Pete?
Honestly, no, just because I feel like he's only on a 3-year deal, and it more than likely the goal is if we're drafting low because we're that bad, bro. We're probably gonna have to get a quarterback more than likely. So I wouldn't want him to work with the quarterback only for like a year or two, and then okay, he's learning a whole new system, whole new regime, and everything right away. Like that's gonna be a weird dysfunction to deal with in the beginning. You're better off starting off with a new coach. So I,
Right.
I'd rather honestly, like you guys are saying, get a new coach, and in my opinion, this time around, you got to get one of these young offensive minds. That's what seems to be clicking in the league nowadays.
It's hard, bro. I don't think these coaches are getting smarter. They're like, oh, you don't have a quarterback?
Yeah.
No
So
disrespect, but
they're
yeah,
gonna have
man.
to figure out a way, bro, how to get one of these quarterbacks. I guess.
Kingsbury was like, oh yeah, I'll accept the deal for you as an offense coordinator for AP, and then like Washington came calling and he stopped answering AP's call, ended up going
Nice.
to Washington and becoming an OC over there, and they end up getting Jaden Daniels. So having a quarterback is huge, man. It's
Yeah.
huge. So it's gonna be tough to get like the top, like the Joe Brady's. The Joe Brady's. I know that's like a big name. I think that's gonna be a big name.
Like him.
oh for sure.
Yeah.
Mike LaFleur, the OC from the Rams, is another option. I'd be intrigued by low key.
And the reason why I like Joe Brady is because like I like what he's doing with the pieces that they have. Like he's working with what they got. And to be honest with you, it's kind of similar to the Raiders. Their best like passing option is probably a tight end, Brock Bowers. Yeah. Their second best weapon is a running back, Ashton Genty. You know what I mean? Like kind of similar as James Cook. You know what I mean? Like they got similar types of weapons, and he's making it work. And they're balling, scoring, and what makes it work is obviously they have a quarterback too. So I'm not gonna forget that part. But
yeah,
I just like what he's doing with like I like OCs that know how to use the personnel. Like they're creative enough to work with what the team got.
Yeah.
But they don't have, like, they got Keon Coleman and all that, but they don't have that top dog receiver.
No.
And like you said, he's making all of them like. And I was like another comparison from what we got to what they got, Khalil Shakur and Trey Tucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He could really open somebody like Trey Tucker like wide open. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In that type of situation with him, yeah. Like I do. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I like that situation.
But I don't know if I don't know if he would take the Raiders job. See, the Raiders they're like in a situation where they got to overpay. They gotta overpay. They gotta do the most to bring a guy that they want. Like they have to do the most. Like they were gonna like they made Chip Kelly the highest assistant of all time.
He's getting paid more than some coaches, some head coaches.
Exactly.
Like it's crazy. Now the thing I say though is So you seen that graphic they had come out where the past 4 years, any team that's drafted a rookie quarterback, that coach gets fired the next year. So if we're gonna play this bad this year, let Pete draft the quarterback because we probably
Honestly,
gonna
though,
fire
bro,
him after the.
if we're being real, we never draft a quarterback, and our coach still gets fired the next year, bro. But honestly, there's been opportunities. Obviously, there's been years where we could have traded up to go get one. This past year, a quarterback fell in our lap multiple times, and we didn't go get him. Now, I'm not going to say we could have traded for him because obviously we still can. And like our guy said earlier during the week on his show, we would look crazy doing it. But either way, in my opinion, we look crazy regardless, not making that move happen. But I'm not an expert, you know. I see what I see with the film. Shout out my guy Rundown in the building with blunts and breakdowns. But hey, there's experts out there that are recommending this trade possibly for the Raiders.
Get the fuck out of here.
How y'all feel about this, chat? I want to hear y'all thoughts on this too. Let me know, bro.
Nah.
Yeah,
No.
man.
ESPN suggested that the Raiders trade for Tua Tagovailoa.
Well, I'll say this. But you know, if they're obviously trading them, then that means like the coaching staff's not on the same page too. But I'll say this. One of the scenarios, because I know I said like, hey, the Raiders are going to have a hard time bringing in a offensive minded coach. But what they can do is maybe go for like a talented defensive minded coach. And then what you can do is the offensive coordinator, you get one of these fired offensive head coaches.
Yeah.
Because they might not be good head coaches, but they good offensive coordinators. And a good offensive-minded coach that might get fired is Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
So if Mike McDaniel gets OT, I could see maybe like the connection there, but that's just me kind of like.
He tripped me out, bro. He tripped me out. I don't know. He seemed like if you were playing on that team or first team, you felt you could fuck with Mike McDaniel. Like he seemed like a cool dude you fuck with, or
bro, they love
not as a head coach. Not as a head coach. As an offensive coordinator, like I have no problem. Like Josh McDaniels, as an OC, I ain't got no problem with Josh McDaniels as an offensive coordinator. But as a head coach, that's where like I draw the line. Like, bro, get your ass out of here. You know. And but Tua, since we're talking about him, like I'm a pass because the problem with him is like leadership.
Yeah.
That's too important, bro. At quarterback, when your leadership is questioned, I'm sorry, bro. Like, you can't be a quarterback for the Raiders.
He definitely wouldn't make it over here.
Hell no.
He would not make it over here.
Fuck no.
He would not make it over here, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'm sorry, but
the fan base
respect to Tua, bro. I hope everything work out for you over there in Miami. I hope y'all turn it around over there. I don't want to see y'all get a quarterback, even though Mendoza would be fired for y'all over there. I don't want to see it. Y'all, you have to get replaced, bro. Like that ain't cool. Like you ain't been given a fair opportunity. They need to get O lineman for you, bro. They need to protect. We being honest, they gotta protect that man.
Shout out to my guy Justin, another DJ. He says Geno, Pete, Chip, and PG 2026.
Nah,
damn, it's gonna happen.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I'm gonna be real with you.
That they got to be one change.
There's gonna be some changes. There's gonna be some changes, bro, for sure. I'm telling you, bro. Eugene, count them fucking days, bro. Yeah, June 1st, 2026. Count your days, my boy. You out of there.
The bullshit is, bro, Geno's gonna he's gonna fuck us up. He's gonna fuck us up on his way out the door, bro. And like we keep talking about, like we said with Aiden O'Connell all the time. He's gonna win some games. Let's just be real. Like, bro, something is gonna happen, and he's gonna win some fucking games, bro, that we do not want him to win at the wrong fucking time. Yeah, bro. He's gonna get something, and you know why? Because the guys are back. Like Brock and them are back, man, and they are that good where we're gonna steal some games, even with him playing fucking terrible.
Why do you think I'm looking at that? Why do you think, hey, Machiavelli, it's not an accident that I'm talking about Brendan Sorsby and Drew Allar, and because these are quarterbacks that are going to be available later. Like they're not going to be.
you don't think
my
he's gonna take one in the
expectation,
first round,
my
huh?
expectation is down here. Your expectation is like, oh man, you know what I mean? You mentioned like
Oh,
now,
no.
you didn't say Mendoza, but you said Dante Moore and like if he comes out, Ty Simpson, those are guys that's gonna go early. And to be honest with you, the way the Raiders been moving the last few years, they always do something to fuck up their position in the
I'm
draft.
just being honest, bro. What have we seen from this dude to be confident in lately?
Oh, I'm not confident in shit.
That's what I'm
It's
saying,
just-
bro. Like, what
it's
has
just-
he done
it's
to
just-
make us be like, oh, he gonna do that, bro? He
You're gonna
has
get.
plenty of weapons out there, bro, and he not
Picks
getting
is
it
crazy.
done. Like he just folding, bro.
You're gonna play
Like at
this
this
team.
point, bro, like I'm trusting Gino the General to lead us to
Yeah.
the promised land.
He's a no limit soldier.
Yeah, no limit soldier. Yeah, she was crazy on the week over the weekend.
But like, all right, to DJ's point, Gino is under contract, and like if they get rid of him this year, I think it'll be like an $18 million cap hit. It's doable, especially for a quarterback. Like we trying to get rid of him, that's not too bad. But if they get rid of him after next season, they don't owe him nothing. So and from the Raiders' perspective, it's not going to stop them from drafting a quarterback. They can still draft a young guy and then like have him compete in training camp. And then, the winner obviously starts. Obviously, if the young quarterback doesn't do everything that's needed right off the bat, then you let Gino start the first few games and then boom, you hand it off.
You Jackson Dart, you Russell Wilson.
Exactly. Yeah. And then you get rid of Gino, you ain't got to pay him after 2027. You can cut him.
Yeah. That's gonna be. I'm really feeling like that's gonna be our option right there.
Yeah,
that's gonna be our option right there.
That's what I always thought it was gonna be. Like just because I never looked at Gino more than just being a bridge QB, but he's played so bad, it makes you think like, damn, should they cut him this year?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like at this point, bro, it's like, yeah, bro, you horrible. Like we could pay somebody less to do this shit.
Right.
Do exactly what you're doing.
Right. Man. But who are guys that let me ask y'all this. Who are guys that you feel like are gonna get better? Who are gonna have a breakout second half? Like who are guys that are gonna step up or show more than what they're showing more than the first half of the season?
Trey Tucker, Michael Mayer, Jack Besh.
Yeah. I say Jack Besh for sure. He gonna get his opportunities.
Trey Tucker kind of been
he's been balling. So
he's been balling. Yeah.
He's having his best year. He's having his best year.
I think with Brock coming back though, because like he hasn't played with a healthy Brock since week 1. You know what I'm saying? And with Brock coming back, I think Michael Mayer, you're gonna see a lot of these guys start to. That's what I'm saying about these wins, bro. Like you're gonna see a lot of these guys start to like blossom, and you're gonna because what you want to see. I get it that we want to like we know Geno sucks and we want to lose and all that, but we also want to see development from other players.
That was hella honest.
Yeah, I respect the honesty right there. That's real.
I mean, just being for real. But we want to see progression from the other players going into next year. So we just don't want to see a shit show on the field, and then now you're not confident in nobody coming back.
Yeah,
you know.
How do you guys feel about the way there's certain people in the fan base or even some media people that are saying maybe we should go back to O'Connell. Maybe we should put O'Connell back out there. How y'all feel about that?
I don't really look at O'Connell as a good quarterback. Like at best, maybe a backup QB, but he's had his opportunity to come in and show what he can do. You know what I mean? And like to be fair though, like it hasn't been perfect as far as like everything around him, but still, like if he showed enough, then he would have been the starter. If he showed enough, then he would have been in competition with Geno, or he would have been in competition. He hasn't shown enough. He's gotten the opportunity and it hasn't been good. He has limitations as a player. And that's why he got drafted in the 4th, 5th round. I mean, when he got drafted, I wasn't excited. I'm like, why are we drafting a guy that you would draft back in like 1975? Like he can't move. He cannot move at all. Like I don't like when and the Raiders do this sometimes where sometimes you start looking at their moves. I'm like, why are they doing things like behind whatever the league is doing? Like the league right now, you need to get guys that can move. Yeah, obviously you got to win from the pocket.
Yeah.
But You got to use legs. These defensive linemen are way too athletic. Like
Yeah.
even Derek Carr, like he ran like a 4.6 coming out, but he was not like a natural mobile QB. Like it was like he didn't have any like instincts as far as like running the football. But even Derek Carr back there, like he looked when every time he got sacked, I thought, man, is this the day where his career ends? Like because he would get
that's horrible.
And I'm not saying that's what I wanted. I'm just saying like that's the way these defensive linemen would sack. I'm like, damn, like whoo. And Derek Carr is not like a small dude. He's like 6'2", 200 pounds, but like these defensive linemen are too fast, too athletic. You need to get a guy back there that can handle, the hits and the toll that some of these defensive line are gonna. And I'm like, man, a guy like Aiden O'Connell, even though he is like 6'4", 6'5", he can't move at all. He has a noodle arm. You know what I mean? Like the reason why guys like Trey Tucker, they weren't as good. You can make an argument and say the reason why Trey Tucker wasn't that good is because Aiden O'Connell had a hard time giving him the ball down the field.
No, he was underthrown.
Yeah, a lot of them were underthrows, bro.
Exactly.
And that's the thing, bro. Like for me, it's funny that there's a lot of fans that are out there trying to push a narrative that we should start Aiden O'Connell and try him out there. Two things I gotta say about that, bro. One, we've seen this episode before, bro. Whether it's O'Connell or another backup that we put out there, they're gonna try and bring that spark. They're gonna try and see if they could do some shit to possibly put their name in the hat for the argument of, hey, maybe I could be the guy here. When we know it's not gonna happen, bro. It's not gonna happen. Or if they do give you that shot, it's not gonna be like that, and we're gonna be in the same predicament over and over, and possibly miss out on another franchise quarterback. I don't think it's smart at this point. I'd rather stay with the general out there and let him lead us to the promised land, bro. Like I'm saying,
the Colonel let us go. Let him take.
Yeah, and not just that, bro. The other thing too, before he got hurt, bro, this man was hot dog water. He was dog shit, bro, out there.
Yeah,
and he was looking horrible against Lowe's employees and dudes that didn't make the roster, bro. Guys that probably barely even made the practice squad. So it's like, come on, bro. Let's be honest. Like that. Before he got hurt, bro, this was their thought process, bro. It was ready, bro. I'm pretty sure. And the fans were talking about it too. They were talking about, get him off my team. He fucking sucks. He's booty. All that shit, bro. They said all that. And now all of a sudden they want him back on the field. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Come on, be for real, dog. No.
He said, I'm a real
You don't want to see that happen, bro. You don't want to see him on the field, bro.
He said, cut that shit off. What you doing? Man, that was a hilarious video.
Yeah, bro.
That video gets me every time. And then the picture, you can see it.
Yeah, bro. Like, and I'm sure some of y'all seen Raider Nation and maybe a panel, maybe y'all seen it. But Pete's presser, when they asked him about him, he didn't really seem too fun when talking about him possibly playing. He was like, well, we will see. He got a little time before we see if he could go out there. You get me? Like he didn't really make it seem like he cared.
Gino's his guy, bro. He's rocking with Gino until the end because that's like he vouched for him to get traded. He vouched for him. Obviously, he got his contract extension. Like he is a Gino guy, and that's probably you could argue like that's probably one of Pete Carroll's downfalls is like his favoritism with the quarterback position, because I think that was an issue in Seattle with like Russell Wilson, where like some of the guys on defense or the other players on that team felt like Russell Wilson was getting treated differently than everybody on that team. And then fast forward, you got Gino, and we start questioning like, man, you got competition for JPJ, but ain't no competition for Gino and the way he's playing.
Yeah.
It's a little double standard there.
No, that's real. That's real. But it sucks to say, bro. But if we're being honest, like Eugene's probably the best option we have at this time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why we probably should have drafted a guy. But hey, here we are now. If it goes down the way I think it's going to go, because let's be honest, bro, it's going to be a rough going the remainder of the season, because we already technically went through what some would say is the easy part of the schedule. It's only going to get more difficult as we keep going.
We beat the Browns. I don't care.
Yeah.
Nobody say we beating the Browns.
And I'm surprised going back to when I was asking y'all like who y'all breakout candidates. I'm surprised y'all didn't say Genty.
I mean, I feel like he already showing it. Like
I put him in that like category.
I feel like there's another level that they haven't even tapped in. Like they haven't, you know what I mean? It's just
they got to give him the ball.
Too inconsistent. It's too inconsistent.
Yeah.
Like he's a volume runner. You got to get him the ball more, get him more involved. That way, he gets going, and obviously, at that point, like once he gets going, like it's hard to stop him.
I think when we get down in some of these games too, bro, he check himself out. Like, yo, get me the fuck up out of here. Like, where
you seen it? He not really.
He don't stay in there, man. And like for a rookie, like stay in there and get that burn. Stay in there and keep getting that burn. That way, next week, bro, you ready to roll. That was the one thing I said about Josh, bro. Josh should stay out there, bro. Be down 28 points, bro. He's still out there running the ball the same way. You know what I'm saying? But
so you're saying that that's a personal decision that he's making.
Yeah. Seen him make that on a couple times. Like, yo, come get me. And then you see him just standing on the sideline, bro. In those games where we getting the shit smacked out of us. So I mean, I don't blame him. Because somebody's probably telling them now, like, yo, conserve your body.
Yeah.
He's getting told stuff that, other running backs wasn't getting told. But you can kind of see that in him, too. You can kind of see that where he like, man, I ain't about to stay out here with this. For him to even say, like, yo, they've been losing. This has been a losing organization. It's like, all right, bro, we know that. Keep that to yourself, though. You know what I'm saying? Keep that to yourself, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy that he's saying that like 5-6 games into his career, like, you know what I mean, 7 games into his career, like he's like, yeah, this has been a loser organization, like, but that's the culture right now. That's coaching. That's like the leadership. Like that's so many things that, you know what I mean. He's not a captain. Maybe he might be a captain. He got to earn that. You got to earn the stripes. But I
gotta ask you, bro. So you had a tweet earlier. You said this man has Caleb Williams syndrome. What did you mean by that?
Bruh, I don't know, man. When I be seeing Genty, man, we like, what the fuck is he wearing? Like, what is he? What the fuck?
Oh, no.
What the fuck is he wearing? What has he got in his hair? Like, it's like, what the? It'd be like, it's the first time it caught me off guard. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Like, but to each his own. At the end of the day, man, just score touchdowns to get 1,000 yards, bro. But
go watch that episode when he in his closet, bro. That shit gonna really get you. On his YouTube, go look at that shit.
Okay. He active on social media. I gotta.
Bro. He be doing vlogs and all that.
He did a whole 15-minute episode about his closet, bro, and he showed all that shit like that, bro. Yeah, you're gonna be like, yo, all right, the fuck.
Caleb Williams is like that too. Caleb Williams is just like, why the fuck are you doing this, bro? Like,
I mean, this newer generation, they in like fashion and all that.
It's different, bro. It's
don't
different.
even get started on the NBA, bro.
It's different. Oh man, it's been happening for a while though in the NBA though. It's been happening for a while. Oh, you know who's another candidate in the NFL though? I'll say that's similar. Is old boy that played for he's played for the Niners. He played with Commanders now. He be wearing Debo.
Debo. Yeah. I be like, yeah, what the fuck is Debo got on today, bro? Like, yo,
it's wild.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. Like, we need somebody on our team. You know what I'm saying? No homo to dress like Devontae Smith. Gotta be clean every week. Every week,
man. Just keep it simple and plain, man. Just simple, plain. You know what I mean? But that's the thing though. Like the game has changed because the people have changed. The people have changed too. You know what I mean? Obviously, the NFL has changed the rules and all that stuff. Like RIP George Atkinson. I was like watching like a few videos. I'm like, damn, the way they used to play football, it was on some like you gonna die today. Like you gonna die. Like it was no.
And since you mentioned it, bro, we gotta shed light on it, bro. RIP, man, to the legend, the hitman George Atkinson, bro. That's That's a real tough loss for Raider Nation, bro. That's a legend right
R.P.
Yeah,
Miss
man.
Davis too, man.
Yeah, man. I grew up Atkinson telling those old school Raider stories and like, you know what I mean, just breaking it down and talking about like how he would get in the heads of his opponents and
there.
stuff like that. That's like that right there was my image of the Raiders. You know what I mean? Like, and those Al Davis when Al Davis was the owner and all that type of stuff. But man, it's a new day. It's a new day with obviously Mark Davis running the show and like Raiders just got to win, bro. They got to win and create their own. Because right now it's like that is long gone. The past is like in the past, and now they got to figure out what they got to do today.
And it's crazy, bro. Like how they say, like Death's Country 3. Like besides him, the Jets lost Nick Mangold over the weekend, and then uh, the first lady, man, Mrs. Carol Davis,
Yeah.
93 years old. I mean, she lived a great life. Like 93 years old. That's wow.
Yeah.
No, definitely. Definitely. I'm sure she's seen a lot. She's experienced a lot, especially being, you know, obviously the first lady of Raider Nation and all that. So, you know, to Carol Davis. And it's crazy. What was I seeing? I was like, I seen something the other day. I think this is about George Atkinson. When I looked up like George Atkinson just to see like, oh, did he really pass away? And I seen that this is about George. I was surprised to like find out about how his sons, like it's how he lost his sons tragically within a 2-year span. And they're twins.
Didn't they commit suicide or something, right?
Sad.
Yeah.
And they were twins too. They were twins.
That's wild, bro.
You know, George, I got like 9 kids, and like, you know, obviously George Atkinson III, we remember him like I think he played for the Raiders a little bit in the preseason. He was like a running back. You know, he passed away like within like a 2 years. Like it's crazy. It's crazy.
They said he had a mental health problem or something like that. They said he donated his brain, you know, after passing. Yeah. I heard that today.
Damn. Yeah, man. Crazy situation. But yeah, man, like I was telling you, bro, like the Raiders, they got to figure it out, like moving forward, like how. I don't know if because people question like Mark Davis and the ownership. I don't know how you guys feel about that. And I've kind of I had those conversations before. I talked about those before. And then when Mark sat down with, you know, Tashawn Reed when he was the beat writer for the Raiders back in the day or a few years ago, he asked him specifically about, you know, him being the owner for the Raiders. And Mark came out and said, "I'm not my father.
Yeah.
I am not my father. I do not know football like my father. I don't have a guy like Ron Wolf, like as my right-hand man that I can trust. And I'm working to get that." So when he said that, I'm like, whew, cool. At least you being honest, you keeping it real.
You self-aware.
Exactly. Fast forward, Tom Brady's now a minority owner.
Richard Seymour's in.
Richard Seymour's in the building.
Yeah.
And then you have, you know, Mark saying in interviews like that's the plan is we want Tom Brady to be ahead of that football operation above the GM and head coach. But
and that's good.
But man, do you think he's still influencing stuff in the building?
I think he influences enough. So and I say that to say like Brady is there to do what he did. Get them interviews, those Ben Johnsons, those man, get us those looks, because those looks we wouldn't have got if Brady wasn't here. Let's be real about that. That's what Brady is for. Now, he don't need to be trying to tell us who to draft at quarterback, or he can be in the draft room and you can be like, oh, I see this, I see that. But your insight on picking a player or some shit like that needs to be out the window, bro, because we see how that went with Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you're a GOAT don't mean you can pick another one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, you get us the interviews and let us get the people in the house, and then we'll do what we do when they get in here. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're here for. Now, Richard Seymour, now we can use you in a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying with that. But if y'all notice too, he didn't just hire those. It was like them people from the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? People from these teams that have been drafting good, that have been scouting good. You know, and they all came in later in the process. So that's another thing too, because these people are in the staff. That's another thing too. We got to sit and see a full season of them scouting college, doing their thing, and then going to the draft with this whole new front office that we have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's one thing right there that I look at with that jump.
Yeah, and another thing too, it's like, all right, you know, and Mike, we've talked before about this, but like about like, does Tom Brady, you know what I mean? Does he have say in the building? How much is he influencing decisions and things like that? You know what I mean? Like that's something that we can't really say right now because it's still early in the process. But like, I'm hoping Spytech. I want the GM to be a GM.
Yeah.
And I want the coach to be a coach. I don't want coaches that got more power than the GM. I don't want that. Nah. Yeah. I want the regular, you know, everybody knows they position and they just do their position. Like, and it feels like certain moves were more Pete Carroll than Spytech.
Yeah. Yeah. And in a way, that's what usually is going to happen. And we like we've seen it in the past, and when we talked about it, like this is a recurring thing that happens here when they hire a experienced head coach. For example, obviously like a Pete Carroll, a John Gruden. You get me? Like those established coaches that have been, or they've already coached in places. Like they're gonna come in with more than likely their handpicked guy who probably has never been a GM before, or he's getting elevated to a GM, or even a media guy. You get me? A first-time GM, so they're going to be inexperienced. So obviously they're not going to be unsure. So they're going to want to confirm that what they want to do. So that's why you have that head coach that's like, all right, this is what I want, this and that. So he's basically calling the shot.
I think that was for this year because we got to remember Spytech is Brady's guy. That's Brady's boy. You know what I'm saying? So Brady going to protect him, and it's going to be like, look, Pete, hey, you my guy, brought you here. But we brought him here to do that. Now we're gonna give you, because you're the head coach, you're gonna have your input, but let him and his guys do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Your time of doing that is gone. That's why Seattle moved you. This is me having a real talk with Pete Carroll. This is why Seattle moved you in the office, bro. Your time was done. You couldn't draft anymore. That, like, you gave us Tariq Woolen. Thank you. You know, but it's time to move aside, and we still want your input, but we got this down here. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the same conversation he's going to get because we let you do it this year. We let you do it because everything was new to everybody. Everything was fresh. Now Spytech went and got his team. It's like, I got my team now. Let my team do the work. Sit aside. You know what I'm saying? Drink your little, you know, your little drink, your old people drink. Sit back, do your thing. Drink your coffee, your newspaper with your heels out, with your slides on. And just chill. We got you, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. I definitely they better have that conversation though. Like you saying right now, they better have that conversation. If they're gonna keep them another year, they better have that conversation like right now, or right after the season. Let them know, like, hey, look, you might stay another year, but you ain't picking no quarterback. You ain't picking no quarterback. You ain't picking no players. We got you, Genty. You want a Genty? We got you, Genty. That's who you wanted. You want Genty. You want a Dante Thornton? We got you, Dante Thornton. You know what I mean? And these are all, we all know Genty was a Pete Carroll pick. Oh yeah. And Dante Thornton, Chip Kelly snitched on him. Chip Kelly was like, "Oh yeah, Pete found it. He's the one that found it." But yeah, Chip he hit it. He tried to make it like, "Oh yeah, Chief found it," and then we all were bought in. But he wanted to make sure that everybody knew that was his guy. And guess who's playing like ass? Dante Thornton. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but he got time to develop. I always looked at him as a guy that needed, like, I was just surprised that he started on the outside. Like, wow, like that, like right off the gate. And we talk about competition. This is what I mean. Like, you talk about competition. Was there competition with Dante Thornton? because we watching him play. We're like, how the hell?
Besh was out though. Remember, he was going through that
Yeah,
contract
signed a
situation.
contract.
So I think that was what the setback was in that situation, because they can say what they want, but his fucking snaps got snatched by Jack Besh.
Yeah,
Once you seen Besh start to understand the offense,
right.
and he was playing better, and he
Right.
still haven't fully grasped everything.
Yeah, and that's another guy too that I hope like balls out. You mentioned him earlier too. Like he starts getting more of an opportunity because I think he could play better than what his production says is been like. Obviously, Besh hasn't like gotten all the numbers and stuff like that, but I feel like he's a guy that could easily step up, especially if they get rid of if they end up trading Jacoby Myers. That happens. That means Besh is going to get more opportunities. More opportunities means more chances to get on the stat sheet.
Yeah,
I think that'll be after Sunday. Sunday's gonna say something big for that, because coming from that Chiefs game, they know we need somebody. You know what I'm saying? Jacoby, they really thinking like Kobe has to be out there. That's why Pete Carroll keeps talking about, yeah, Kobe's healthy now. Woo, woo, woo. It's everything. Sunday's gonna say a lot.
you think but let's be honest. You think he's saying it because he is going to be out there? Or you think he's saying he's going to be healthy because he's going to get traded?
I mean, he's been practicing though. You know, the whole time. I think he really wants him to play, because Pete Carroll, like you said, Pete Carroll is also playing for his word, him to be able to have some say so in something. If you get out here and keep getting smacked around, we definitely ain't gonna give you no say so.
I get you, bro, but I don't know, bro. Like it seems kind of mutual. Like they're not trying to pay him. It seems like, and he already said like he cool with getting traded, bro. Like
we can get
inevitable at this point. Like they drafted that for a reason too.
I think Pete don't mind. Pete's trying to win now, so whoever tries to help him win now, he's gonna be like, sign him. You know what I mean? So he's probably for signing Jacoby, but Spytech, I think that's where he comes into the room and he's like, yeah, we drafted Jack Besh. If we sign Jacoby, then that basically makes Jack Besh draft pick basically nothing. Like it's a waste of pick. We should have went somewhere else then if they were gonna pay, Jacoby Myers. But if they get a second or third round, which I don't know if that's gonna be possible, but if they get a second or third round for Jacoby, man, much respect to Spytech, bro.
And they're going for something high too, though. That was the whole thing. But then you get a fourth form if you keep him.
Yeah.
Right.
There's teams that are interested, bro.
Oh yeah.
Apparently the Bills, the Steelers, and a division rival who we already know. That ain't happening, bro. So y'all just forget about it. But the Bills and the Steelers, bro, they're potential trade partners, bro. They seem very interested in acquiring Kobe.
I can see that. I can see it because Steelers, you know what I mean? They're trying to make a playoff run and they want to. That's like a weakness right now. Like outside of DK, that they don't have like a number two, like a solid number two.
Now their defense is getting cooked, and everybody's hurt. They out here signing safeties and shit because they not looking good over there. Like that's one where like you kind of leaving this situation and going into another one, because Aaron Rodgers is playing all right, but DK ain't just going off over there. Roof ain't just going off over there. You know what I'm saying? Now the Bills, now you're actually making some progress, because you're gonna be on a team that's gonna play later into the season. They're playing in January. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask you this. I know Jacoby's like the number one guy that everybody is assuming that's gonna get traded. Is there anybody else that you think is traded that we're not thinking about?
Tyree.
Maybe Tyree
or Kuntz.
Honestly, I wouldn't, and it sucks to say this, but I wouldn't mind getting rid of either one of them, bro. Like at this point, I feel like both of them, there's a good chance they might have seen like this might be their final year with the squad, you know?
Kuntz is one that I'm like,
because I know he's coming back from that ACL and it take 2 years, and he could easily start balling next year, bro, because he's going to be fully back.
It's the contract year. That's the thing why it's like, I don't know.
He could come back on a cheap deal, 1 year deal.
Look at
Yeah, but I don't know, bro. Like you could even, in
Look
my
at
opinion, I
what,
feel like you can find a replacement even.
look at what everybody's been doing. All these fucking retweets of people Raider and Raider Nation like, look how good Kayvon Chase on is playing. We should have just kept him. It'll be the same fucking thing if we let Koontz go somewhere, and the next thing you know, he's got fucking 8
Facts.
sacks in 10 games.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Then we're gonna get all these shit. See, every time a Raider player goes somewhere else, they ball out. Divine Diablo. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah. I just the Raiders should find a way, especially if he starts like shout out to DJ. I think he named him as one of his guys that he feels like is gonna ball out in the second half. That's one of the guys that can possibly ball out. If he starts putting it together a little bit, like you start seeing like, ooh, maybe he doesn't finish with like a high sack amount, but then he shows enough where when you're watching the game, like, hey, I think Koontz might be back. If he finished with 5-6 sacks, but he's shown an improvement, then you sign him with another 1-year deal or whatever cheap deal. I think that's a good backup signing or a good value signing in Koontz.
I agree with that because you've been seeing it in spurts this year, in small spurts where like he'll make a good rush. You'll see that old Koontz come back out where he'll just run a whole tackle right back into the quarterback, and then the quarterback just gets the ball off before he gets there. You've seen a little bit of that, so you know it's still there. But he's just got to start trusting that knee again.
Yeah.
Shout out my guy Brez in the building with the fire graphics, bro. Shout out my dog. Low key, we've been having a few folks tap in with the chat. My apologies, y'all. We haven't really done that yet. Let's say what's up to the chat. Shout out our guy Chewy. We appreciate you. Love, yes, sir. I don't know. I don't feel right saying the name, but shout out Ghost. Shout out Ghost over there. Yeah. Yeah. We appreciate you. You already know our guy DJ. He been tapped in.
Yes, sir.
We got Ralph in the motherfucking building.
Ralph, my God, what it do? Fuck of the Chiefs. It's still fuck of the Chiefs, god damn it.
Got our guy Alec that was in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rosetown. We got Rosetown Nation in.
Salute.
What it do?
Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, like you said, hopefully we can see a bounce back from Malcolm Koontz, and we're seeing other people that hopefully we can see bounce back also from injuries. We got a couple people healthy that coming back this week. Lonnie Johnson, they said return. Now I don't know if he's expected to play this week. Oh, I'm forgetting about the shoot.
Pete Carroll said he's aiming for next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ramp him up. They said they're gonna push him to the max in practice this week. But if they push him to the max and he do good, then he said it's a chance. But you know what I'm saying? He really want to play him next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting too because they play the Jaguars on Sunday, and Jaguars got blown out right before their bye week, just like the Raiders did. So they both were on a bye week. So there's these two teams. So it's not going to be an advantage for the Raiders. Usually, like, when a team's coming off a bye and they're playing the team, that's like an advantage. Like, oh, shit, they had 2 weeks to prepare for their opponent or whatever. But so the Raiders don't got that advantage. It's going to be interesting to see, like, if the Raiders lose or lose big or just another bad loss or whatever the case may be. And 2 days later, it's the trade deadline. Tuesday is that next Tuesday is that trade deadline. Is it a fire sale? That's why I asked you, like, is anybody else that's on the trade block? Like, are they gonna like, hey, you know what? This season ain't going away at 2-6. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but I'm just putting it out there. Like, if it happens, like, trade deadline is right there, so they could easily be like, all right, you know what? This is our last chance to get some value for some.
There's a name I'm gonna say, and I mentioned it earlier that they were thinking about possibly cutting this dude, but another name that could possibly be in the market, who knows? But I see it as a possibility who just got returned back to practice this week off his injury is Aiden O'Connell, man. There are some teams out there too that are desperate for QB play as well. Either they need a starter or a vet, a backup just in case their guy goes down. Like, who knows?
Oh man,
it's just he's hurt. He's coming back. He's just coming back from injury. That's the only thing. even though like he's kind of healthy, like I think they activated him. He returned to practice.
He was a full participant too.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe. Hey, maybe Aiden O'Connell. Maybe Pickett. Throwing Pickett's name in there. You know what I mean? Like, and I the only team that I could see that's like desperate for a quarterback, or it's probably the Vikings.
Yeah. Hey man, that O'Connell connection, bro.
Yeah, right. That's that last name. That last name carry weight.
San Fran might want one too, because what's the name still banged up? Purdy still banged up, and then Mac Jones was dealing with something too, wasn't it?
I don't even know what's up with Mac Jones, but he been balling low key over there. I'm shocked.
Yeah,
Mac Jones been doing his thing.
Yeah, Mac Jones.
He might fuck around and get that starting job. Wasn't he originally who they thought Kyle liked over there? That's who they thought the coach liked over there.
That's who he traded up for.
Damn.
No, he didn't trade. He traded up for Mac Jones.
He traded, but he got took. New England took him.
He took Trey
Lance.
Yeah, he took Trey Lance instead of Mac Jones.
But didn't Mac Jones go? Mac Jones went it too, didn't he?
No,
Mac Jones went like pick number 10 or something like that, bro. He
went like Mac Jones went like 16 or 15 or something like that. Like
he was in the 10s.
I could have sworn they had traded up. They said that's who he really wanted, and he traded up for Mac.
No, that was who he wanted, but last minute they decided to go up and get Lance.
Okay.
That's crazy.
But that'd be crazy if they were trading up to get Mac Jones, because even that was like, damn, Mac Jones trading up, like, God damn.
We're thinking about it, bro. All the options right there were wild. Like Mac Jones could have worked out for them, obviously, with that system, or even who knows? What if they would have went with Justin Fields? Like maybe it would have been a way different outcome for him over there.
Yeah,
his confidence would have been up.
Yeah,
his confidence would have been up.
It's crazy too, because I was looking at like there was this article on The Athletic. It was talking about experience with college quarterbacks and like the correlation to like the success in the NFL. So they took all of I guess the starting quarterbacks within the last like 10 years or whatever, and then they got all their starts in college. So like for example, Bo Nix has 61.
Damn.
You know what I mean? He had 61. And these guys, the guys that came out the last couple of few years, they got high starts because of the COVID, extra eligibility or whatever.
Yeah.
And Bo Nix had transferred to Oregon too.
Yeah. And then but Bo Nix had 61. Matthew Stafford had 34. Michael Penix was in the 40s in starts. But then they start looking at like some of the other quarterbacks, the top quarterbacks, and they were like Mahomes had like 29. Josh Allen had 25. I think Lamar was in the 30s in college. Yeah. And then where it kind of got interesting was like when you start getting less than 20, it's kind of like no man's land. He's like, ooh.
Anthony Richardson and them.
And the reason why the guy that was writing the article was because of like top quarterbacks possibly in this draft class is Dante Moore and Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
And it's their first year starting. I think Dante Moore, he had like 4 or 5 starts with UCLA, but he's still going to finish less than 20 if like he plays all his games. So, but guys that had less than 20 were guys like Mitch Trubisky, 13, Anthony Richardson, 13, Mac Jones, 17. I didn't even know that.
Mm-hmm.
Mac Jones was 17
because of Jalen Hurts and Tua.
Jalen Hurts had way more starts than Mac Jones. Who was another guy? I'm trying to think who had. Oh, Kyle Murray had 17 starts.
Yeah.
So
it's a big thing, man.
Yeah. So it's like on one hand, it's like, all right, you know what I mean? Like you would want the more the better, more starts the better. But then I feel like that number, I think it is important though, man. Like if you get to like less than 20, it's kind of risky. So like because we're talking about like young quarterbacks and like, hey, Raiders, we all feel like the Raiders should take a quarterback, and a Ty Simpson is going to be a guy that's going to be drafted or probably drafted high if he declares. Dante Moore is one of those guys. But guys like, I'm trying to think of other quarterbacks that's coming out. Mendoza, I think, got way more starts. I think Mendoza got enough starts. I'm trying to think Mendoza, top of my head, I don't know what Mendoza starts, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it shakes out as far as like who comes out. But I don't know. What do y'all think about that? Like, do you think that matters to a certain extent, or what?
I feel like at times it does, but then again, there are those rare occasions where you see a guy like, for example, this year, like a Ty Simpson, where he just flashes on the screen. Like when you see him on the film, like you can see like he's got it.
Yeah,
It's hard to explain what it is, but like whether it be like pocket presence or just his arm talent, like the kid's got it.
he hasn't, but I don't know. Like when he hasn't really pushed it down the field, like it's kind of shocking though. Like Alabama got receivers.
True. Also though,
They can't catch right now.
He playing against real like top tier competition right there. Like all those games in the SEC, I believe he's the first quarterback to beat 4 straight ranked opponents.
Yeah, he's balling.
Yeah, so his receivers can't catch right now. When they played against us, he was airing that bitch out to Ryan Williams, and he could not hold on to him. I mean, where he had a defense beat and just whoop straight through his hands. So that's what
a bit of a sophomore slump, huh?
Yeah, that and the other kid, number 8, I can't remember his name, but he's balling this year too. He the one who scored the last touchdown in that South Carolina game.
I'm not gonna lie, I like the receiver they have that's coming out in the draft this year. Jeremy Bernard, number 5.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. 5.
Hey, this is a good receiver draft too. There's some guys.
I don't know. It for me it varies depending on where we are in the draft. Like obviously, if we're out of position, like they do the Raiders shit they usually do,
right?
Then okay, like we should be in position then to get one of these top receivers, and then who knows, maybe like you were saying, we could see like maybe like a Mateer or like a Sam Levitt, somebody like that in the second round. And we
Haynes King.
You said what?
Haynes King.
Haynes King. Okay.
Georgia Tech quarterback. Balling, man. I've been watching him since the 2 years ago when they almost beat us in the Georgia Tech Georgia Bowl that we have every year against them. He balled out. He was a running quarterback then. Even last year when they beat Florida State, he was still kind of running quarterback. But this year, you see they still undefeated, and he's airing that bitch out. And he still can run. And he's big. He's a bigger quarterback. Like 6'4", 6'5". You can see because like they ran like 7 straight QB sneaks with this dude. And like it didn't phase him. Like he's another one that, we can keep an eye on in them later rounds. Because he's done it. His evolution is going up. He's going in the right direction when you talk about a trend.
If we go quarterback early, I mean, if we're picking early and obviously we're out of position to get a quarterback, meaning that there's still quarterbacks that's going to be on the board, but you don't want to reach. So at that point, it becomes what? BPA. You know what I mean? Take the best player available. We got to go trenches, either D line or O line.
Depending on if a certain couple of D linemen are there where we're picking, okay. But if the BPA is that wide receiver, you gotta get you a wide receiver one,
bro. BPA could be Arvell Reese.
I keep seeing that one, but I don't know, bro.
You don't think he is he be a pass rusher? He could be like a.
Where would you say we'd be picking him at? Like what number?
Like somewhere probably in the top 10, 15.
He got took completely out of the game last game. Okay. Well, what was that? Not the last game, but the one they lost. Like they completely took him completely out of the game in that game. Who was it they just played? When my boy, that's another quarterback we can get late rounds, Carson Beck. But but who did they just lose to? It was an ACC team. They
just could I have 1, 2, maybe 2 drinks sometime? What, I'm an alcoholic now?
I'm not gonna let that one go, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
He really is Carson Beck guy. That's nasty work, bro.
Beck's been balling this year, bro. That
He,
one game he
he,
threw 4 picks.
he did through four picks. Who was it against?
That's the one I'm talking about. I can't remember who it was. Was it?
Oh yeah.
It was an ACC team though.
Yeah, Miami ended up losing that game too.
Yeah, they lost it in the end. He
Yep.
threw a pick. He threw a pick at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Louisville.
Kind of how like the Raiders lost against the Bears because
Yep.
Geno threw like 3 picks. Like at
Yes.
some point, something got to give, man.
Yeah.
Now that's the one thing I say about Carr, bro, was when he threw them picks, he didn't just like fucking put his head down.
Yeah.
And just like that was the fucking end. Like he'll get out there, throw another one, and wouldn't give a fuck and throw the ball deep again.
Yeah.
You know?
What's it called? Now, obviously, we know we want to get in this conversation a little bit more about quarterbacks and everything and possibly draft position, but we still got about like what, another 9-10 weeks to go, bro. Like it's almost over, but we still got a ways to go, bro. We on a week 9, bro. We got the Jaguars this week at home. How y'all feel about this matchup, bro?
We in November.
November, yeah.
We're in November, bro. Let's go.
Look, I feel like Jacksonville is probably going to be is obviously going to be the favorite going into, but like looking into Jacksonville, they haven't. I mean, they're 4-3,
Mm-hmm.
and if you look at like some of their like statistics or whatever, it kind of matches up to like they kind of been like middle of the pack in certain areas or whatever. I was surprised to see that like they're like one of the worst teams on third down. I think it was like on offense, like one of the worst third down teams on
They
offense.
can't block. They can't block.
Yeah.
They're giving up the most sacks, I want to say, right now.
Yeah, so that's interesting, and they don't really have a lot of like I was looking because you know when you're on a bye week, I'm not going to look at your total numbers because it's like you're one game less than everybody else. But I can't look at how efficient you've been so far this season. Like I could look at what you've done so far, and what I've seen is that like they've been dinking and dunking. The yards per attempt as far as like, and that maybe that's to your point. Maybe they're not protecting the quarterback enough, or they're not protecting long enough in order to hit those long plays, which is kind of, you know, what's interesting with the Jacksonville Jaguars too, is Brian Thomas. I don't know if you talked about this before. Like he's on a trade block.
They came out and said it was a no-go today.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. They wanted to see what they could get for him, and then when they found out that it wasn't going to be what it was, they gotta like.
Because he's been having a down year, and he's like his first good game was the game before or the game they just got blown out. Because I want to say Travis Hunter had like 104 yards in a tub, and Brian Thomas had like 64 yards receiving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the reason they're 4-3, bro, is because they fucking lead the league in interceptions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that right there is the reason they lost the last 2 games, because they didn't get a pick. They didn't get an interception, and those interceptions have been putting their offense in scoring positions.
Right.
Like we seen that in the Tennessee game, how that can help you. A bad offense.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
We mentioned a few guys that are going to be back this week.
No, facts. Good point.
It's going to be real interesting to see this matchup because there's some guys missing on both sides, and there's some guys that are coming back. Also, do you see that name at the top of the list, bro?
November.
It's beginning, bro. We finally might get to see some shit happen, bro. The shit that we was expecting to happen, that unfortunately some injuries derailed that, but it's time, bro. It's time, bro. We're going to see Brock back, bro. Now, unfortunately, and we've been saying it a lot, Geno's still the quarterback. But I still feel like Brock gonna eat. He gonna find a way to eat, regardless.
How many yards he had first week when he was healthy?
Man, he was on pace to basically get like.
He had 106, right?
He was on pace to probably get like maybe 130, 140.
Yeah, and then.
But he had over 100 yards by the time when he left. So.
And that was in 3 quarters.
That was in 3 quarters.
Geno is gonna be spamming him, bro. And it's gonna open everybody else up because Geno did get to build a rapport with Trey Tucker while Brock was down. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And Michael Mayer. So
How do y'all feel about Michael Mayer? I know y'all brought him up as maybe a breakout. I don't look at Michael Mayer as. I feel like we overrate him a little bit.
okay, LA.
We overrate him a little bit just because like with him, he's not. I guess because we're comparing him to Brock Bowers, and Brock Bowers is like that explosive tight end option and receiving tight end. But when I see Michael Mayer, he kind of looked like a normal tight end. Like he doesn't really, do anything super exceptional. Like it's not like he's like crazy. It's not like he's old boy from Green Bay breaking a whole bunch of tackles. It's not like he's a crazy route runner. It's like he doesn't do anything great, is what I'm trying to say.
He do a lot of stuff good though.
Yeah.
That's the one. Like the tackle breaking, he don't do it, but he do it.
Yeah.
The route running, like before Brock got there, like Michael Mayer, he had some good games. He had some good games with as far as receiving before Brock got there. I think we just look at, like you said, we look at Brock as like up here, and then you look at Mayer, and he's kind of like fluttering down here, man. But also, we haven't had a full season of Mayer since Brock got here. So that's another thing too. So I think we might be in for something with both of them being on the field because we haven't got to see that like with both of them like tip top. You know what I'm saying? Except for week 1, in which they both got used pretty well.
The way I look at Brock, not Brock, but Michael Mayer is he's a role player.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
He's a role player. Can he be a good role player? Possibly, yeah. You can do that. And because a lot of people, they'd be like, "Oh, we got 2 number 1 tight ends."
I'm
like,
people, bro. I think he's a tight end 1, bro.
He's tight end 1.
It's just other teams for sure.
Bro. In my opinion, it's the quarterback, bro. He's the one that's holding everybody back, bro. It sucks to say, but that's what it is.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Tight end 1. I don't know. I can accept role player, but tight end 1 is kind of like
I feel like we drafted him kind of high for a reason the year prior to getting Brock.
He was the best tight end in that draft.
Yeah.
If you say
you're saying he was a projected first rounder.
Not really. I think did Sam Laporta come out that draft? Did old boy from the Bills come out that draft?
He was considered better than Laporta pre-draft.
Yeah, coming out of Notre Dame, he was.
Yeah. I mean, he had the college hype, but who's had the better pro career, the better what he's like. The guys that got drafted ahead of him, they look a lot more.
They on better teams and better situations, bro.
Laporta doesn't have a Brock Bowers in front of him. When they both came out that first year, they were kind of like Michael Mayer. We didn't throw to Michael Mayer for like 4 weeks, and that wasn't our fault. I mean, that wasn't his fault. He would be wide open.
Yeah.
It's just Josh McDaniels and them, they just didn't have him in the scheme. And then as soon as Josh McDaniels leaves, Aiden O'Connell comes out there. Now Michael Mayer is jump balling people, scoring all these touchdowns and stuff. And
he had like 1 touchdown.
Because he had.
I was there. I was at the game. I was good. It was a good.
The Jets game.
But like, how many touchdowns did he have? A lot of touchdowns. I could be wrong.
He had because he had a touchdown in that game. Didn't he have 2 in the Chargers game? He had 2 in the Chargers game.
Yeah, Michael Mayer get 2 touchdowns in a game.
Because remember we were just everybody was scoring touchdowns in the Chargers game.
Yeah, that's.
I think he had 2 in that one, and then the jump ball in the Jets game, and then he scored.
He just seemed average to me, bro. He just seemed average.
He's just not as flashy as Brock, bro. Like it's hard to say.
It's not even about Brock. The guys I mentioned ahead that got drafted ahead of him, they're more explosive. They're more of a threat on offense. Like they're more of a piece on offense where you can actually be like, hey, we're gonna have a game plan and you are going to be getting like the game where he balled out. It was like where everyone's like, oh look, Brock Bowers had not Brock Bowers, but Michael Mayer had a really good game. he had like what 5-6 catches like for 50 yards. You know what I mean? Like cool, it's cool, but like still, I don't like. I just look at him as when I watch him play, I just feel like he's average, bro. He's average.
I get what you're saying 100%.
He's average, man.
He hasn't had
He's
that.
not Mark Andrews. He's not Mark Andrews because Mark Andrews is a guy that like you could probably compare him to maybe because not as athletic as like maybe the you know the Brock Bowers or whatever. But Mark Andrews is a big guy. He's gonna win them jump balls, but he's gonna get open. He's gonna get open down the field. Like you know, it's just maybe and an argument that you could play is like you could say is that like the quarterback play has been inconsistent, the offense overall has been inconsistent, so it hasn't been fair for you know, but Michael Mayer or whatever. But I just feel like you know, I guess going back to what you guys are saying that it's because of Brock Bowers, because Brock Bowers he transcends shit everywhere. Like he just transcends everything, bro. Like you can have the worst anything and Brock is gonna eat. Yeah, and that's what he's gonna bring for Geno on Sunday. If he plays this Sunday, that's what he's going to bring. He's going to bring big pass window. He's going to be wide open.
Yeah.
Every time you see Brock Bowers almost catch the football, there's always like the separation, the window for the quarterback to throw is it's huge. So that in itself is going to give Geno confidence, get him going.
Right there.
Yep. Exactly.
And Brock is the type of tight end, man. You tackle him, he still can take it to the house. He'll throw you right off of him because Brock got speed.
Man, that catch he had against the Patriots, I thought he was going to take it to the house, bro.
Yeah, and that's that separation thing you were talking about. Like, he literally separated. He had like 4 yards.
Yep.
On whoever was checking him, bro, and he ran away from him.
Let's make a prediction here. I predict he gets a tub this week. That might be one of the only tubs we get in the game, but I predict it's going to be him.
Yeah, and you know Jacksonville, they're good. They're good. They have a good run defense too. I think they're like number 6 in the NFL and like yards per carry or whatever. So like, man, but you know what? Hey, if you know the offensive line comes ready to play, Genty comes ready to play. It don't matter what top defense they are. Like we've seen that time and time again. Like where a player goes against a top running defense and. You know, this player and this offensive line dominated their defensive line. So that's what it's going to come down to. But, you know, it's going to be tough. But, yeah, Brock Bowers, I can see him getting some plays. Does Jacoby even play? I don't know. You know, I'm still waiting for a best touchdown. This man need to get a touchdown. He got robbed with the Colts play. It wasn't batted on the line of scrimmage.
He was wide open.
He was wide open.
Yeah. Let's make a prediction. How many reps or do you see him possibly even scoring the new addition that we added? Peach Boy.
I don't think he's playing this week.
You don't think so?
I think Pete said that he got to see a full week of practice out of him before.
Hey, this is where Pete be having me like what are you talking about? Like, did you hear him,
bro? I
did
just
you hear him talking today about Lockett?
Yeah. It's crazy to me, bro. Like
he was like, his characteristics remind me of Jacoby and Brock Bowers. They just the way they play is just so effortless.
That's what I was telling you about, Mike.
Effortless.
Yeah, they do, bro. Because lately, if we're being honest, Kobe been kind of half-assing on certain plays and stuff. You know, while he out there, like he's not blocking like he used to and stuff. And let's look at this effort here. I know it's only warm-ups, bro, but my guy dogging it and damn. Hey, bro, it's only practice, and he got the safety guard on. He know Geno gonna throw him a hospital ball if he throw it to him.
He said that's his boy. Geno said that's his boy. Like,
how y'all feel though? Honestly, like, let's be honest. Bringing him in at this point, how do you guys feel about it?
If he develops Trey Tucker, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I just look at it from like that Jacoby's gonna get traded, and Jacoby kind of feels that like as much as Jacoby is like a good player on that receiving core, he's also a veteran in that room. So if he gets traded, then they lose that. And you hear Jack Besh talk about like, man, like thank God for a guy like Jacoby Myers and what he does. Like he doesn't have to do the things that he does, and you know what I mean. Like I can ask him any question anytime. I can call him up, and he's there to so they're gonna lose that when they trade Jacoby Myers. So when you sign a Tyler Lockett, you get that back. you get a veteran in the room where they can also lean on whenever, situations get tough for a rookie, especially because they're a rookie. This is their first time playing in the NFL. They got to learn how to be professionals.
Yep.
So I think Lockett he feels that. As far as like him being the number one receiver, number two receiver, like hell no. Like that would be crazy for him to start and they don't give snaps to like Jack Besh or like Dante at this point. Like, come on, bro. Like, what do you doing?
Honestly, I feel like at this point, like it's basically, hey, I just got fired from this last job, or I quit this last job. Like, hey, Grandpa, they hiring at your job? Cool. Get me in over there. He just here for a check, bro. If we being real, he gonna shed some light, like you said, on the youngins. But he just there for a check. If we're being real, like I don't really expect too much out of this signing. If we being real,
him leaving Tennessee, man, was strictly because the kid Mbike or whatever, the one that runs the kicks back, he started to take off as a slot receiver, and it just like, bro, he's not. That was the whole thing. He's not gonna be around to be there.
Why'd he come to the Raiders?
To be for exactly what Mike said, to come and get a little check real quick and hang it up at the end of the season.
This might be their last dance moment here at the Raiders, bro. This might be that last dance moment.
Yeah, man.
But he came to an age, Gino like 50, Pete like 80. Like, come on, like we getting close.
If I see Jack Besh not getting on the football field and Tyler Lockett is starting and taking away snaps, this is another like reason why, like, all right, Pete, like this is another reason why you need to go. Like this is type of decision making right here. Like you're not on the same page with the GM. You're not on the same page for the betterment of the team.
That's like, another reason why I feel weird about the signing, because it's like, bro, we already got like 20 slot receivers on the team. Like, why are we getting another one? Do we really need another slot receiver? Like, no, we need somebody that could go out there on the outside and make some plays happen, bro.
Yeah, low key, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I know a lot of people don't want to hear this because we just got a lot of holes on the football team, but receiver is a big one, bro. Wide receiver one is a big one. Like, we don't have like Dante. I don't know how long it's going to take for him to develop. I don't know if he's going to be ready. He might be better. Like, obviously, he might after another offseason get stronger, probably better understanding the running routes and stuff like that. But they need a wide receiver one, bro. They do need one. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I don't think Thornton's ever gonna be a wide receiver.
No, he gonna be like a deep threat at best.
That's it. I think, man, if because you can get wide receivers in college that can come in right now and be your number one, your number one guy. We got all the role pieces. We, like you said, we just need that number one receiver. If we can get that number one receiver, bro, we got all the role pieces between Besh, Thornton, Trey Tucker, Michael Mayer, and then Brock is Brock. You know what I'm saying? But you put a number one with Brock, that's when you cooking with grease.
So all right, so let me ask you this. All right, so if the draft started today or whatever, right? And let's say the Raiders get their quarterback in the first round, whoever it is, right? That second round comes in. Who are you trying to get in the second round? What position are you looking at?
For sure it's gonna be a BPA. I'm looking at either wide receiver or if not interior O-line. I'm looking at like a guard. Possibly.
Wide receiver or linebacker, bro. Because that's what the fuck we need bad.
I haven't really looked at the linebackers this year too much, so that's why I didn't say linebacker, but maybe I'll have to do some research. At the moment, I'm just locked in on it. We need a quarterback. That's the most important position on the field to me. So it's like we got to focus on.
Well, I've seen like basically this is a good draft for defensive line, wide receiver, and linebacker.
Okay.
So, and then I think what was another? I'm trying to think. What's another position group? I'm forgetting. QB. I don't know who's coming out. That's the only thing. I don't know who's coming out for quarterback. But low key, there's no top end talent. But they might be like just like a lot of options, like different options at certain point. You know how remember how that 1 year it was like 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round, and then after the first round, another quarterback got taken like in the 6th.
That was the year Jaden Daniels.
Yep. But this draft, if I don't know who's gonna come out, but if a lot of these guys do come out, then it's like, sheesh, you got options in the first round, you got options in the second or third, fourth. You know what I mean? Like it's like interesting options where you could like develop like guys that you probably would have went higher a little bit just because of their talent in other drafts. Like Drew Allar, I don't think he's gonna be in the first round, but maybe.
Honestly, I don't even think he gets drafted.
I don't think he comes out.
You don't think he's out of draft eligibility.
Oh shit! And because he's coming. Didn't he just tear his ACL?
I think honestly because of the
he got
injury
hurt.
too, I feel like he gonna be a UDFA, bro. Hate to say it, but
Nah.
before the injury, his stock was dropping, bro. I wasn't impressed with Drew Allar, dog.
But that offense was kind of like that team was kind of nasty, bro.
The head coach got fired.
Hey man,
I mean,
he's a quarterback, bro. It sucks to say it, bro, but sometimes
He should have came out last year, bro. He fucked up. That's where he fucked up.
Last year was his stock. Yes, it was.
Yeah,
He's stupid.
I agree. I agree.
Damn, you said he's gonna go undrafted. Nah, he's not. He's too talented to go undrafted, bro.
I think he was undrafted, bro. Well, how many? If this many quarterbacks, like they say, it's a loaded class, bro. Yeah, bro, he fucked up his chance because somebody else is gonna rise above and get drafted ahead of him. That's not injured.
See that whole thing he was talking about with games played though. That's becoming a thing in the league too. So I think the league is gonna look at him differently because he does have that time under his belt. Because they're looking at the Bo Nixes and all them that's then got 4 and 5 years in, and then they coming out and lighting the league on fire. You know, Jackson Ward too.
Bro, his arm is crazy. He probably has the strongest arm in the draft. Like it's crazy. So that might just get him drafted by itself. You know what I mean? He's he's like 6'5", 6'4", 6'5", 240, 230. You know what I mean? Strong arm, like he's gonna get drafted, bro.
I don't know. He just gives me JJ McCarthy vibes.
And JJ McCarthy got drafted in the first round.
Yeah, bro, and that was a big mistake. So he basically did what Allar should have did, and he went out in the draft. But now that he went there, it's like, yeah, congratulations, you got drafted there. But it's like once you get to the league, bro, you got to show something. You got to show you belong. And let's be real. He already got his opportunity to start. They said this year, all right, he had a year to sit. Now, this is a year where he's gonna be the guy. Like it's his time.
He got hurt.
They're already benching him, bro. They're already looking at replacements for him. Like I don't know, dog.
No.
Like they're already giving up on him.
He's hurt. I think he's hurt.
He hurt.
He hurt.
Bro. He got hurt, and then they had him as the.
He wasn't hurt.
They had him as the. He's a starter this week because Carson.
He wasn't hurt.
Yeah, they did because they did. You're right. They had him as the emergency backup.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying he wasn't hurt. I feel like at this point they done gave up on him, bro, and it seemed like that could be, like I was saying, that could be an option for Aiden O'Connell and stuff, but we'll see, man.
Damn.
We'll see.
You're saying that they gave up on him? Like, damn, that's
so,
pretty.
bro. I think so.
That's too quick, bro. And Kevin O'Connell, he had a crazy quote, which I actually agree with. He said like the players. He said the quarterback or players don't fail the organization. He said the organization failed the quarterbacks when it comes to development. And I believe in that. Like I'm a Raider fan. Like I've seen like how they develop players and they fire coaches. They don't keep the same system and it's hella.
He got to take the blame for everything, bro. The development and obviously if he doesn't pan out, which it looks like that's going to be the case, he got to take fault for drafting him. That was his guy.
We only seen like 1-2 games out of him, though. You know what I'm saying? Like that fourth quarter in that one game where he cooked the shit out of somebody for them to come back and win the game. And then he got hurt right after that.
Yeah. And that's another thing, though, is the injury prone, bro. Like he gets injured pretty quickly.
He finished the game and didn't he tear something against us? And he finished the game and
yeah. He was like playing with like a tour ACL
or some shit like
meniscus
that.
or something like that, like it's like meniscus. Something weird shit like that. But I mean, we'll see, But yeah, man, I think you tripping on the Allar. I don't think he goes undrafted, bro. There's no way. Ain't no way.
I don't know. We'll see, man. I'm not an expert, but I mean, hey, there's experts here that made some game reviews. Shout out to our guy, Maurice Jones-Drew. I mean, you kind of faked for this one, but then again, I get it, bro. You got drafted by them, so
But the
makes sense why you're picking him.
But you know what? He does pick the Raiders a lot, though. I'll give him that.
He done picked us every time, but every time he doesn't pick us, we win.
I don't know, bro. Let's be real. How confident are y'all that we're gonna get a win this week?
I'm confident it's Colleen Wolf. Being serious, bro.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I don't even know what to expect, to be honest with you. But I don't think this is like the only winnable game too.
I think Cleveland. There you go.
You got the Jaguars on.
No, hey, look, them bitches is gone.
They gone.
They gone, girl. I told you. I told you we was winning November, though. I told you that.
Before we wrap things up, let's get a score prediction. Chad, y'all let us know what your thoughts on this game. Do you feel like this is a bounce back game? Obviously, there's going to be some motivation with the passing of Mrs. Carol Davis and obviously the hitman George Atkinson. So that could be some motivation for the team. But
and it's a home
also,
game.
I hate to say it, being playing devil's advocate here, but looking at glass half full or glass half empty, Geno Smith is still the quarterback. Let's keep that in mind too. As motivated as they can be, that Buddy's gameplay could kill a team's morale just like that, bro. So I'm just saying, be prepared for both.
He gets benched if he throws a pick this game, though.
I don't think so, bro. I don't think Pete.
Mark Davis is making the call. He's like, bro, we winning this fucking game. Get his ass out of there. Aiden, you better put your hand in, numb it or something.
Will Aiden even be activated though for this game though?
He can be.
Okay.
But that means Kenny Pickett isn't active though.
Yeah.
Because they asked Carroll about, are you gonna have 3 QBs active, and he's like, yeah, I don't know about all that.
Yeah. Shoot.
Yeah, it's just the defense too. We're not talking about the defense. The defense looked terrible against the Chiefs, like terrible. And that's the thing; they just don't have enough talent on that side of the ball. Anytime they play a good QB or a good offensive coordinator, they're gonna get exposed.
Yeah,
they're gonna get exposed. And Liam Cohen, it's gonna be tough, but it's not like the Jaguars are lighting the world on fire on offense or anything like that. But it's a home game, right?
Yeah. It's in Vegas. Let's see
how much. Bowers might make a difference, bro. Bowers might make a big difference.
His first healthy home game. Game. Hopefully they start Porter.
I got to ask y'all then. So what's your score prediction, bro? What do you think is going to end up being the final score here?
Oh man,
27-21 Raiders.
2017 Jaguars.
2017 Jaguars. Okay, I'm gonna go with 21-13 Jaguars.
I feel you. Hey, Trey. He got us on the upset, man. He gonna be talking a lot of shit if the Raiders win next week, bro. He's like, "Oh, fake ass Raider fans."
Yeah, he gonna be honest, bro.
Balvember, bro. I'm gonna get a T-shirt and Sharpie and put Balvember on that motherfucker.
Man, I've been picking the Raiders all season. They just been letting me down, man. So I just like at this point, like I'm at a point where I'm like, I don't even know what to. I can't even expect them.
This is legacy stuff, man. This is legacy stuff. Pete Carroll still got a legacy to uphold at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, he can't come out here and shit the bed like this, bro.
Yeah.
He gotta get this win. He Marcus.
He got it, but if he doesn't, I mean, we know what time it is, bro.
Yeah, like Kirk Morrison said on Q's show, bro. These next 3 games is gonna say a lot about this season.
Yeah.
If we get out here and get smacked around, because I think that Tyler Lockett signing, and that's why he said Lonnie Johnson is gonna come back next week, is because they really want to have those dudes back when we play the Broncos. Like that division game is a win that means more to them than any other game.
Man, I hope they beat the Broncos, man. I hate the Broncos. I hate the Broncos. I hate the Chargers. That's the worst thing about the Raiders being ass. It's like we got to play these teams and then these fans over here talking all this trash. And the Broncos just start talking trash. Because we were like, when we were on like a win streak.
4 years
we
straight.
were whipping on 8 games straight, bro. We was whooping on them.
We hadn't lost to them. Was it at home since
Yeah.
2015 or some shit like that?
Right.
Yeah, man. Like, bro,
Now
we
they
had,
talking trash because they won last year, and it's just like, man. And then this year they winning some games. They think they doing something, but
they barely beat the Jets. That's all I know. They barely beat the Jets.
and they had to
And
come
I think
back and beat the
gonna
Giants.
I want to beat the Cowboys too. That's just
That would be nice. That would be nice. Honestly, I'll be cool if that's the only one we got.
I'm not gonna lie. The Cowboys game, for Raiders defense, I'm not gonna lie. That's gonna be a long day.
For their defense, though. Now we gotta look at that too, because their defense sucks. And their defense is worse than ours. So, and you see, all it takes, what did Denver do to them? 2 stops. You stop them 2 times, their defense can't stop shit.
If Geno can just improve, like if he could just play better, then I could be like, all right, you know what? That could be a shootout. But like Geno is just like, I don't know. His confidence. I'm starting to question: is he losing his confidence a little bit? And
for sure, it's gone. This game, if this game is going to be the game that he uses, I hope to get it back.
Right.
Because they don't have no pass rush. Jacksonville doesn't have it. They can stop the run, but they can't stop the pass. But their linebackers who's leading them in fucking interceptions.
They got ball hawks.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we have reached about the 2-hour mark here, man. It's been a long episode. Hey, for his first time on the show, bro, we appreciate you, bro. You've been tapped in, you locked in for a real long episode with us. Normally, hey, this is way past Trey bedtime. You on the East Coast, man. This is already well past midnight over there. God damn.
We chopping it up, man. We having good Raider conversations.
Yeah,
bro. That's what happens, man.
This shit gonna be good for me tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
this shit gonna be good for me tomorrow. I'm gonna go to work, bro. I ain't gonna care about nothing. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna be tired. That's why I'm gonna be chilling. Like,
sleep in the office.
Hey, look, we got a massage room at my job with a chair just like this, bro. I'm gonna be in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Knock the fuck out, bro.
Oh, yeah,
that's funny.
But yeah, man. Shoot, Farrah. Obviously, we know you, Pavin. We know where to find you, but let the people know where can they find you, brother.
Yeah, obviously, man. YouTube, Las Vegas Raiders with Farrah NFL. If you haven't subscribed, you first time seeing me, definitely head over there and give me a subscribe. You won't be disappointed. I do 2 weekly shows with my guy Severe. 50-50 show every Tuesday, every Thursday around the Shield where we have guests. Hopefully we'll have y'all on soon. And we just chop it up, man, every week. And then, just any new content for the Raiders, man, definitely check me out on YouTube. But obviously, just like it says, like and subscribe. Definitely go ahead and do that right now. If you ain't subscribed to Machiavelli and Raider Trade, definitely go ahead and do that. But also follow me on Around the Shield. I'm trying to build that up on IG and on X. If you want Raider news, rumors, memes, podcast clips, everything Raiders, you name it, is on there, man. Definitely give me a follow there. Trying to build that up, man. But I appreciate you guys for having me on, man. Great conversation, man. Appreciate you having me on.
Oh yeah, most definitely, brother. It's been a great one, man. And you already know, like you said, I'm sure soon in the near future we'll both be on either Around the Shield or 50-50. We'll see what it is.
Yes, sir.
And you already know, either way, it's gonna be a great episode. And then to shout out my guy Rundown. So obviously I got Blunts and Breakdowns dropping Friday. We'll have a special Halloween episode where we're gonna see it might get spooky this Sunday, bro. It might get real spooky.
Yeah.
And how this offense looks and how that defense looks, because
right,
quarterback play over here kind of spooky right now. So
yeah,
we'll see. But yeah, if you haven't yet, make sure to follow my guys. Make sure to subscribe to their YouTube channels. Also, make sure to subscribe to this channel. If you're on Twitter, make sure to come through to the YouTube channel. Leave a thumbs up and also subscribe, bro. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, Machiavelli 24. We are nearing that 200 mark. I know humble beginnings, bro. This is a new YouTube channel. I'm trying to build it up. I'm trying to get like these guys over here, bro. Like my guy Farrell and Severe in that, bro. We trying to get that money. We trying to get that money off the video.
Definitely gotta catch up.
Yeah. But yeah, and Trey, where could the people reach you, brother?
Oh yeah, you already know. Raider Trey 540 on YouTube, at Trey Majors, Raider Trey 540 on Twitter, King 540 on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Black Team Broadcast, you already know. So yeah, thank you, Farrell, bro, for popping out with us, bro, for sure, man. And
Man, anytime for sure.
definitely, y'all like, subscribe to all 3 of our channels, man, and tap in with us.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
And shout out my guy AQ. He ain't here. Make sure to follow him on
Shout out AQ.
Raiders.AQ on Instagram. He'll be back next week. He submitted the PTO. I don't even want to know what the score was. Dodgers in 7. But yeah, till next time, bro. Black team, you bitch.